everybody. Happy Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday. I forgot what day it was for a second there. It's so nice to have everybody coming in for the stream. We're doing an Ask Me Anything Disney today. Just let me give you a little bit update what's going on. I do realize these streams aren't the quality that I would like them to be. I thought I'd fix the sync issue, and then I went back and watched one yesterday, and I was like, God damn it! It's still not correct. So I'm trying, I have a microphone around here somewhere that I could find. I might hook it up if I have some time. Maybe I'll do that this coming weekend. But it was pretty nice. Today was like old times, like there was a lot of news coming out. If we could just throw a trailer in there, I think that would have been pretty awesome. I know some of you were hoping the Venom 2 trailer would come out today, but I believe that was just made up, unfortunately. I asked my sources about it when people were first asking me, and they're like, we never heard anything about that. Hey, Jeremiah. So, hey, Daniel. I appreciate everybody joining. Anybody joining, anybody who watches, by the way, thank you so much. Just watching a video during these times really means a lot and is very helpful to me. However, if you can become a member, it's I think it's $7.99 a month, but $4.99 of that goes to me. It's really helpful. I can't tell you what a lifesaver it is during this period when entertainment is a little bit, it's very stressful to try and come up with videos to do every day. I have to tell you, I feel like I'm furiously panning, trying to keep alive here. But tomorrow I'm going to probably do that Mira one. Everybody's like, where's the Mira video? And I'm like, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And I'm sorry this is so late today, but it's early. I might watch Dune tonight. I got to tell you, hey JX Machina. Oh, that's great. Took me a long time to figure out how to pronounce Machina, but I gotta say, the Dune audience is just as difficult, let's say, as the Blade Runner audience was. And I liked the first Blade Runner, and I liked moments in the second Blade Runner. Hey, Carlos. But, Blade Runner, of course, 2049 was a horrible box office failure, so we'll see how this turns out. Joseph, I think it's $7.99 a month. I'm not sure what it is right now. It varies. Hey, Harry. The amount that the membership is varies from country to country, to be honest with you. It really depends where you are. But I know they try to keep it to a regular amount. And so, again, I just can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And I take it very seriously that you're a paying member, which is why, even though the stream's late, I made sure we had one today. All right, so, first off, before we get to You Can Ask Me Anything, hey, Justin. Thanks for joining. Everybody, where are you streaming from? I love to always check in with everybody. Hey, Fernando, thank you for joining. I really appreciate that. It's 6 francs in France, says Cedric. Oh, I love France. I miss France. France is beautiful. I hope you guys are doing well over there. Let's see here. Chico, maybe it was $4.99. Someone told me it was more, and then I checked, and it seemed a little bit more. I don't know. See, Yusuf says it's $4.99 there. Hey, Admiral Jensen. Ruben is watching from my home in West Hollywood, sipping on some hot cherry tea. I know people who live in West Hollywood. I actually always stay there when I go to Los Angeles. I love it. I almost told you where I stayed because I get so happy talking to you guys. Hey, Wesley, you're in Chicago. Hugo's in Cinderella's Castle. I wish. I really miss Disney World. Ryan is taking a homework break in Texas. Hey, Alexander Valentine. That's a great name. Natalia is in Miami Beach. Just got back with Jiggy. I'm glad you made it. Let's see here. Captain Keen is in the sunny UK, while Eduardo is in Brazil. Darren is frying up a steak in Wanetskill, New York, upstate New York. Hey, Michael. I learned to cook my own burgers on the stove during quarantine. I'm actually pretty impressed with how it turned out. Hey, Max. Thanks, Anthony. Joe's in Kansas City. Jake's in Sunset, England, Southeast England. Abigail says, hi, Grace. I'm in London, fully recovered from my chest infection. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad it wasn't COVID-19. Richard reports is in Lebanon. That's fantastic. Too Much is in Maryland. Blue Tattoo is making some food in, where were you? Hey, Alec, 706. Minnesota. I'm going to make my dinner after this. As I said, I'm probably going to watch Dune. I was going to watch Mrs. America, but maybe I'll save that till tomorrow. David Nunez is quarantined like the rest of us. I'm kind of nervous about them relaxing the quarantine rules, though. I'm like, how is this going to turn out? I don't want to still get sick. I don't want to be like, oh, I can finally go out and I get coronavirus. Knock on wood. Stephanie's in the Bay Area. Isaac is Easter egg hunting again with little sister in Phoenix. Oh, that's sweet. Hey, James Felix. Thanks for joining. Ruben says, cooking my own burgers too, right? It's great. I was like, I want to make them like a restaurant makes them because I was afraid to get delivered. So I was like, I'll do it myself, goddammit, like Thanos. And I have to say, I too assembled an excellent gauntlet of delicious meat. Thanks, Godzilla vs. Kong. Let's see. Mai is in Argentina. I love seeing people from around the world. Frischman's in Massachusetts eating enchiladas. Utaka, oh, hey, you're head of your drag queen friend. That was a great message DM you sent me today. Some of you have been DMing me. I keep meaning to write you back. I'm planning to, but I see your DMs. Even if I don't necessarily write back to them, I do read them. Sometimes I get a little frustrated with some weird ones, but for the most part, I'd say 90% are lovely. Let's see here. Alex, they have not relaxed restrictions here in New York, but they haven't extended them either. I know in Los Angeles, for instance, they go through mid-May. Too much, I do have some Impossible burgers in my refrigerator, but I feel like I'd like to make beef right now. That's right, Stephen. Cows are stupid. Don't put that in. But I stand by it. So, haha. Cows and chickens. We got to eat something. I think we chose the right ones, as I said. All right, so let's see here. It's 5:40. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll go till 6:10. You can ask me anything you'd like about Disney until 6:10. So that's half an hour. Dylan says, would you ever do a meet and greet in Southern California? Hey, Danielle. I worry about security. I would really only do a meet and greet if I could have guaranteed security, and somebody else would have to pay for that because that's expensive. But I think especially as a female YouTuber, you see some pretty scary stories out there. And so it's a risk that I worry about. Let's see here. Wesley Wallace says, hey Grace, do you prefer Disneyland or the Magic Kingdom? You know, it used to be no contest, the Magic Kingdom. Because, you know, as an East Coaster, Disney World is where I went growing up. But I started to go to Disneyland, and at first I was like, it's too small, it's different, I don't like it. And I was like, why don't you have Fast Pass for Peter Pan? What the heck is up with this? But the more I've gone, the more I've seen how charming it is, and how, of course, represents the original vision that Walt had. And I've come to really like Disneyland. Hey, Pikmin trainer Dimitri. I really like both of them. I think they both have their charms, and I think that's really great about all the Disney theme parks across the world, is that they're all different, which I think is really great. Glalie Master says, favorite Disney princess? Oh, that's a tough one. I used to like Cinderella growing up, but I recently rewatched the movie, and I was like, she's lost her mind. I kind of like Sleeping Beauty. I really like Princess Aurora, which is weird, because she's the least in her movie. And I like Jasmine, too. So I like to identify with Princess Aurora, but I really like Jasmine as a princess. Let's see here. Oh, by the way, I did hear that they are working on a Rapunzel live-action movie. That is indeed true. I know some other sites reported that a couple of months ago, in fact, and I was surprised to see that it was true, because I don't know, that's a weird one, and it would be so expensive with the hair. I don't know if the hair would even work in live action. I'd be curious to see who would be Flynn Rider in. Let's see here. What is your least favorite park, says Jacob Pollock. Hey, Tempo Ran, you're back. If you guys want to ride the membership sometimes, don't worry, I understand. So Jacob Pollock says, what is your least favorite park? Mine is Epcot. Epcot? What? Epcot was trending the other day. My least favorite park is Animal Kingdom. I think it's the least Disney-like. I think it's the hardest to find your way in. I never really feel like I'm in a Disney theme park when I'm there. I do realize that other people like it quite a bit, though. So that's, I respect that. And I was quite shocked when they added all the new attractions and lands to Hollywood Studios. They said that that's because it was the least attended park. So I was like, the least attended park? less attended than Animal Kingdom. Like, wow, that's a real wake-up call, I feel, for Hollywood studios. Hey, Sebastian Campos. I saw some of you saying Florence Pugh for Rapunzel. I think that's pretty good, actually. Pew, 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 pew. I gotta do it. Kyle says favorite Disney ride. It would have to be Peter Pan. That's the one I have to go on. Walking down Main Street and going on Peter Pan are like must-dos whenever I'm in any Disney park that has, one of those attractions. Braden, my favorite Disney park would have to be Magic Kingdom or Disney. Oh, Lloyd says, Grace, what are your thoughts on the live-action Robin Hood remake and the live-action Lilo and Stitch in the works for Disney+. If they're as poorly done as the recent live-action Lady and the Tramp, which was charming, but it wasn't nearly the level of an animated movie, I don't really know if I want to see that. I get really nervous. Chico says, thoughts on Josh Gad wanting to do an Olaf retelling all the Disney movies. I would watch the heck out of that. I think it's a great idea. Alex, I liked Dumbo, but my favorite live-action Disney movie to date would have to be Aladdin, followed by Beauty and the Beast. I thought those were both excellent, excellent. Stephanie says, do you think Ray is a Mary Sue? I'm afraid that I do. I feel she never really struggled. I feel she just instantly was great at everything that she did. And I think that was a problem. But I love Daisy Ridley. I mean, Daisy Ridley did as good a job as possible with that role. I heard Emily Blunt is playing Clea in Doctor Strange 2, as I reported to you. Or at least the role's been offered to her. I don't know if she's accepted it. So that would kill your Fantastic Four dreams. It would kill them. Let's see here. Portis2 says, Grace, on a scale of 1 to 10, what are the chances of getting New Mutants on video on demand? I do believe there's a stupid HBO Fox deal that's holding up a lot of those movies, which you've seen a couple of people comment on. So I think that's a problem for them. I wish they could find a way around it and do the digital release. I think right now it's probably at a 5. Favorite Disney prince? Oh, definitely Prince Philip from Sleeping Beauty. Oh, and Aladdin, but is he really a prince? Kind of. Alex says, do you think Tom Hanks will play Walt Disney again? He was so good in Saving Mr. Banks. I think Tom Hanks has the Disney vibe, but he doesn't look like Walt Disney to me. I actually don't think he's a great Walt Disney. Some people have wanted Ryan Gosling to play young Walt Disney. I think that's excellent casting. Stefano, I don't think they'll do any Disney Plus casting anytime soon because they don't know when they're going to start filming. Chris, Jennifer Lawrence would be the most bad attitude Rapunzel ever. She would just be complaining all the time. It would be hilarious. Godzilla vs. Kong, I think Dumbo flopped because it was too dark. Natalia, I gotta pick Bob Iger. I'm sorry. Also, I think Bob Chapek, I haven't loved the job that he's done at the parks. Quite frankly. I think they're overcrowded and not as well maintained. The Carousel of Progress alone, which is like a really classic, really important Disney attraction to the history of Disney, recently had the hand fall off one of the animatronics during the ride, and also had someone jump up on stage and, like, I don't know if they were high or what, and wander around. So that's really bad. That's like, Disney should not be having those situations. The Jungle Cruise sank. Like, what the heck? This is so horrible. What? And that guy gets a promotion. That's hilarious. I love Jessica Henwick, Kenneth Lee. She was, as you're right, she did audition for Ray. I think she would have been an excellent Ray. She's actually very similar to Daisy Ridley. They have a similar vibe. Hopefully she'll get something else. She's in Underwater, which came out today, for rent or purchase, actually. And she did a very nice job. I check Film Fantastic. Lucas said, do I want a Tangled sequel or Rapunzel live action? Well, the Tangled show, there's a Tangled series, which was incredibly popular. So that kind of scratches that itch, I guess. I'd rather have a sequel. Uh, I don't know if I really want to revisit Tangled too much. I think it's a really cute movie. I don't know if I'd do another one. But Chris Evans is Flynn Rider, by the way. It'd be weird not to have Zachary Levi in the role. Bye, Wes. Jake, I think I saw Bedknobs and Broomsticks when I was very little. I don't remember it, like out of VHS or something, and I did not care for it. Carlos says, do you think Maleficent will have a trilogy? I do not. The last one just did not do well enough. I mean, maybe unless like suddenly Angelina Jolie is super popular in Eternals, maybe they might be like, let's try again. But I don't know. Steven says, squeak, squeak, do you think if the live-action Little Mermaid does well, the parks will start casting African-American Ariel, or will they likely keep it modeled after the animated Ariel or a mix? That's a tough one. I've been disappointed not to see Jason Momoa reflected in Aquaman in the comics and stuff. I think they'll have to do a mix, because they'll have a whole new group of people who love Ariel as an African-American icon, and I think that's wonderful. So I think they'd have to do a mix, and you'd have to they'd probably have listed times for live-action Ariel or animated Ariel, and then you could come by the meet and greet when you wanted to see that. But I think you would probably see the new one in the parade, and a new parade and stuff like that, which I think is important. I think it's really important the company support Halle Bailey so that she feels like she's Ariel. She can't be like side Ariel. Louise says, are you excited for Eternals? I'm excited for how excited everyone else is about Eternals. I tried to read the comic, both the old one and the most recent one, which I believe this is based on, and I thought they were really difficult. They were difficult to get through, both of them. Alexander, I think Incredibles 3, never say never, but he's very far away. Hey Chris, I'm glad you just made it. Joseph, any word on Ant-Man 3? Well, they signed Peyton Reed, and they just got a writer, as you saw from, I think, Rick and Morty, so that's a good choice, I think. So it's moving along. Peter Pan already just got cast, but I think Hunchback's pretty far away. Patrick says, is Marvel bigger than Disney now? I don't think so. I think it's big. I think it's a crucial part of the Disney empire. But people love the Disney princess stuff. That generates a lot of money on its own. The theme parks are largely, they're getting more Marvel stuff, but they're largely not. So no, I don't think so. Did I like the Guardians of the Galaxy ride in Disneyland? I did actually kind of like it. I thought they had a great Rocket Raccoon. Thomas asked that. I thought they had a great Rocket Raccoon animatronic. I kind of don't like how it's dependent so much on videos, but I know some people who went when it was Halloween themed, and they were able to change the theming really easily because of those videos, so that makes me feel a little better about it. I'm excited for the roller coaster that they're opening at Epcot. I hope that's good. Mika, I don't know about the John Krasinski Disney movie thoughts. I think people are blowing it a little out of proportion. Let's just see what he comes up with. I think he might be a TV host now because some good news did so well. They are making an Aladdin 2. I just saw somebody ask about that. They're going to do that. Oh, is Sam Raimi officially directing? Was it announced today? Let's check. Oh, the Bloodshot director just got another good job. I'm so happy. He did a great job. I don't see anything about that being official, but I think he will take the job. Darren says, will Disney parks open soon? I don't think so. I don't think they'll open until the fall. Right now you can make a reservation starting in June, but I've been pretty surprised. Yes, Guardians of the Galaxy, Epcot's being totally redone, as you know, and so they're putting the old Universe of Energy, where Ellen DeGeneres had an attraction. That's now going to be a a roller coaster for Guardians of the Galaxy. Carlos, I would love another Zootopia, but unfortunately Rich Moore, who was half of the creative team on that movie, left the company. So that's a little bit of a roadblock for them. Chris, yes, Elena of Avalor is a very successful Latina Disney princess for the Disney Channel. They use her in some places in the parks too, but I don't know if they'll ever bring her up to the movies. Barbie, I would love there to be a princess crossover. It was so well received in Wreck-It Ralph 2. You'd think they would do something. Oh, my ear's bothering me. Sorry. Waffles, maybe a Frozen 3. I can't say anything else. Let's see. Lloyd, it is called Love Victor, the new Love Simon series. I'm very excited about that. Jonathan, I don't know if I'll do a more casting video. Let me think about it. Jared says, does Disney have any plans to expand Fantasyland? Well, they did expand it in Florida. Hey, Butter Pie, that's a great name. They did expand it a little bit. They added like the Beauty and the Beast stuff, like the Be Our Guest restaurant and the Little Mermaid ride in Florida. But I don't know if they're going to expand it anywhere else. I mean, they are building some Frozen lands, and some, like I think in Disneyland Paris is getting that, for instance. So that's great. So some stuff, they're getting some expansions. But I think they're really working to bring about other brands right now, and that makes sense, I think. Joseph, I love The Emperor's New Groove, Pull the Lever Kronk. I just watched that actually on Saturday again. It was so great. Ooh, Glalie Master says Rogue or Hawk Girl. They are very similar. I like them both. I can't choose. I like them both. William, I have no idea if Avatar is ever going to... I mean, they did shoot most of it, so it's going to come out, but I don't know when. It has to come out, because they just spent so much money on that Pandora land in Animal Kingdom. So Disney's like literally invested in it. Stefano, I think Warner Brothers is still partially licensed to Six Flags, but they do bring some of their attractions, like Harry Potter, for instance, to Universal. And I wish they would bring their DC characters to Universal as well. I think Six Flags, with all due respect to Six Flags, it's very much a local park, and that's not the treatment those characters should get. David, I'm not sure when the next watch-along will be. I have to think about it. It might probably be the next week. The Hawks are always disappointing stuff now, in DC. Just a side note. I know this is a Disney one, but I saw that. I think the problem is that they're so expensive to do with their wings that no one can really do them correctly. Good morning, Mr. Vitamin G1, wherever you are that it's morning. Yes, Disney, Dune finished shooting, so it could be technically released. iHasMagic, that's a great name too. You guys have some very good usernames. Again, we're going till 6:10. Use of Six Flags is a local theme park. They have a bunch of them across the United States. Vader's Pet Pig, I'm not watching the Clone Wars. If I'm not reviewing it, I've never watched them before, so I'm not going to keep going. Barbie Marsh says, what do you most want to see in Mandalorian Season 2? I want to see more use of the mythology. I think that really helped the end of the first season. I want to see them keep going with that. And I think they've made every indication that that's what they are doing. Cedric says, do you think in a few years Disney Plus will get to the level of having new content to the level of Netflix? Yeah, I think they will. I think they will, especially with what's happening now. They really need Disney Plus to be successful. So I think for sure they'll get to that level. I think they have to figure out what works for them, what doesn't work. I think they have to get, not everything can be $100 million shows. They have to have different levels. But I think they'll find what their audience is interested in. It's tough for them now, because Netflix can do anything. But the Disney brand is very specific, so they have to only do shows that are appropriate for that audience, and that's difficult, as you're seeing. Moviegoer says, when is Warner Brothers going to move Tenet? That's not a Disney question either. But I think they'll probably decide maybe in June. Early June, late May. Let's see. Ruben says, will there ever be a gay Disney prince? I think there should be. I mean, I don't know. Would it be actually officially gay? Or, because, look at the situation with Elsa. But I think that Disney has a huge support from the LGBT community for decades, fans and workers. And so they really have to be more respectful of that group, and I think more representative. Portis 2, I don't think Disney will go under. I think they're working very hard to keep that from happening. But it's scary. It's scary. Scary times. Totally new. Victor says, what's my favorite ride at California Adventure? I like Monsters, the Monsters Inc. ride, because I have a family member who really likes it, so I feel cozy going there. I'm not a huge California Adventure fan, though, until, of course, Avengers Campus opens. Then I'm all about it. But I'm not a big fan of California Adventure. I prefer Disneyland. The last couple of times I've been, I've only paid to go to one park, and I've just gone to Disneyland. You know what was really good? Indiana Jones. That's such a great ride. I hadn't been on it in a while, and I was like, this is a very good ride. Pay the $10 for the Fast Pass if you're going to Disneyland. It's worth the $10. Braden, what's my favorite ride in each park? I don't know if there's a ride. I can't fix the sync situation, Alex. I mean, I'd have to stop streaming. Once we're going, we're going. This train has left the station. So let's see. At Magic Kingdom, I like Peter Pan and Walking on Main Street. Disney's Hollywood Studios, I really like. I missed the Great Movie Ride, but I'm excited about all the new stuff they've built there. Like Star Wars, I want to see that and everything. I like Tower of Terror there. Epcot, I just love Epcot. I love walking around World Showcase. I'm just such a fan of Epcot. I just like being in Epcot. And then when it comes to Animal Kingdom, basically when my family goes, we run and we go on Flights of Passage, and we go on the dinosaur ride, and maybe Na'vi if the line's not too long, and then we get out of there. And then we're like, let's get out of here. Darren, I don't know when New York will relax the shutdown, but they have started to discuss it, so that's good. Sebastian says, who is going to be the leader of the Young Avengers? I think Kate Bishop. I heard she's going to be older than everybody else. She'll be in her early 20s, and everyone else is going to be a teenager. Felipe, I have no updates on The Little Mermaid. They were supposed to start filming, but they can't now because of coronavirus. We're going till 6:10, Natalia, so we have 8 minutes. You too, Alex Williamson. Waffle says Everett is the best ride there. It's too long a line. I can only use my pre-use Fast Pass on so many things. I do like Toy Story Mania. Toy Story Land, actually, I forgot about that. Toy Story Land's pretty good. Although they released the recipe for their grilled cheese the other day, and it's just got too much cheese in it. They're killing people. That's a good question. Butterpie, new member, says that's a very memorable name. Who is the better CEO? Or the Butter CEO? Michael Eisner or Bob Iger? I think Bob Iger. I mean, Michael Eisner was very important. He did a lot, especially if you watch the Imagineering story. He really, saved Disney and, put it on the path for. He passed the baton to Bob Iger. But I think Bob Iger superpowered it to be what it is today. And Michael Eisner really messed up at the end there, hiring Michael Ovitz. Jeffrey Katzenberg was a big part of why Michael Eisner succeeded, and so was Frank Wells. But Bob Iger did it all by himself. So I would say Bob Iger is the better of the two, but they're both very commendable for what they've contributed. Josh Loves Movie says, do you think Disney will keep Deadpool 3 rated R? I do not. I really don't. I really don't, because then they can't, he's useless to them. Disney doesn't care. If you get all angry, they'll be like, okay, fine, don't see Deadpool 3. And they'll be like, damn it. Dancing Dog 60 says, I'm a fan of Jessie. Why doesn't she have a Disney Plus avatar? I think they can only have so many avatars. And because she's not a current show, I think they don't want to, distract you from being excited about stuff that's coming up. Ruben says, is there still a chance for Storm to appear in Black Panther 2? There's always a chance until we see the movie, and she's not in it. But I think it looks unlikely. We have 6 minutes. Mika, that's not a question about Disney. Daniel says, Grace, what do you think about Atlantis, the Lost Empire, and why do you think it failed? That's a Disney animated movie. I liked it a lot. I thought it was very good, but I think it was too niche, it was too dark, it didn't have the things that people want in a Disney animated movie. And I think it didn't have any music. And that's why I think that it didn't do well, which is unfortunate, because it's very good. Kyle says, favorite Disney snack? Oh, I like their chocolate apples, covered apples. Those are very good. I just like eating at Disney. Their food is so good. I just like being there. I like to get ice cream on Main Street. It's one of the few times I'll eat some dairy. It's just great. Mark says, should Disney just reboot Indiana Jones with James Mangold? You can't, because Harrison Ford really wants to do it. So if they rebooted without him, he would be really vocal about it. And also people like Harrison Ford still, kind of. So no, I don't think that'll happen. Oh, the Mickey Hyatt ice cream bar, Anthony. That is quite tasty. That's of course a famous one. But I'm not a big ice cream person, as you know. Like when I go to Main Street in Florida, I try to get one of the sundaes with apple pie or a brownie in it. I like a hot dog at Casey's too. I really like Main Street. I'm a really big Main Street fan. I like to go to the Crystal Palace for a character meal. I'm also a fan of Chef Mickey's at the Contemporary Hotel, which is my favorite hotel to stay at. Alex says, I'm excited for Melissa McCarthy to play Ursula. Do you think there's potential for her to be great in the role? I do. As I've talked about, she was a babysitter. Before she was famous, she was doing a lot of babysitting. And one little girl she looked after loved The Little Mermaid. So she said she watched it constantly. So she knows how important it is to people, and she knows it very well. So I'm hoping she applies that to her performance. Hey, MJC, thanks for joining. We have 3 minutes left. Cannot think of Jennifer Escona. You be safe too. I don't know if Cersei will be on the new Avengers team. That's an interesting idea. I'm sure Angelina Jolie would love it. Brie Larson and Angelina Jolie. And imagine talking both of them at the same time. Kevin Feige's like, why did I do it to myself? I haven't heard anything about Cruella, MJC. I know it's, of course, been filming. They've done a very good job keeping it under wraps. I'm very excited to see more from it. It looks excellent. Shirari, I haven't seen anything about Snow White live action, I'm afraid. No, Thomas, Gigantic is dead at Disney Animation. Yes, Stefano, they were talking about Eternals, Cersei. Nathan, we have 2 minutes. Bye, Portis 2. Who asked me that? Thomas says favorite revival era Disney movie. Do you mean the Disney Renaissance? I like all of them. I think they're really good. I like, I think my favorites, I think top tier obviously are Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin. Then I think second tier is like Tarzan. And Mulan. Mulan's in the top tier. And then I think Hercules and Tarzan are like second tier, and Pocahontas. I like Pocahontas a lot, but the history's so off, and I think it falls apart towards the end. And then I feel like Hunchback's. Hey Lincoln, Lincoln 7 Echo. I think Hunchback is very adult, but it's very good quality animation. But I'll put that lower down. Lloyd says, Grace, what is your favorite Disney stage show? Mine is Fantasmic in Hollywood Studios. Oh, that's a good one. I like the castle stage shows. I gotta tell you, I'm not a big stage show person, but I have family members who love them, so I like them for that reason. Barbie says, what do you think about Taika Waititi saying he's ignoring the comics for Thor: Love and Thunder? Do you think he won't apply the cancer storyline for Jane Foster? Well, it doesn't sound like he's going to, because that's like a real downer for the tone he's going for, but I think he'd be nuts not to include it. I don't know, people forgive people for anything if they're associated with Marvel, and they particularly forgive Taika Waititi for anything. He has a very, very dedicated fan base. But I think to take that out would be ridiculous. And I mean, Natalie Portman, I guess she really wants to be a superhero, so she doesn't care, but I would think everybody would realize they would get hit very hard for removing that. So I can't imagine that they would. Yeah, Godzilla, the light changes, so the lighting changes. Bye, Isaac. Oh, yeah, it's 6:10. Thank you, Liam. I always have such a good time talking with you guys. I get carried away. All right, so there's one more stream this week. That's tomorrow at around this time, starting anytime around 4. Hopefully it'll be on time tomorrow. And then after that, the next thing will be on Sunday. It'll be the viewer call-in show at 10:30 a.m. All right, have a lovely rest of your day, everybody. Bye.